So mid-rope transfer rescue this time where the casualty's halfway through it. So I'm going to go up from the crawl side, and I'm going to do this in a way that I can either come to the crawl side or the descender side. So I'm going to climb up the backup rope from the crawl side. I'm going to avoid the crawl rope itself from below, because if we did pull that, it's loaded at a strange angle and the crawl could ping off the rope. So I'll climb up to the casualty. Now when you get to here, it's tempting to move things past this backup. That's not really going to help us much. So I'm going to push it up a little bit. Can't get it too much higher than that. Go up a wee bit higher. And the first thing I want to do is thinking about getting my backup up above on the crawl side. Now this is crucial doing this, because if I leave it over there, we're going to end up with 1 point to stop us taking a big swing. So I'll get my new backup. Put it on above the crawl. There's no issue with loading this rope above the crawl, it was just from below. Get rid of the duck. So I'm now ready to change into my descender. Now I'm not as high as I would normally like to be for a rescue, but it's as good as I'm going to get. So I'll load that up. Let's try and get a little bit more height. Okay, so connections onto the casualty. So I'm going to need 2 points between us as normal. And I'm going to take a cow's tail into the casualty's waist D-ring. Now it kind of depends on which direction you're going, what you want to do next. So if I'm definitely coming this way, I could go into the D-ring on the casualty's chest, it'll keep them nice and upright. But if I want the option to lower off and go the other direction, that's not going to work. So I'm going to set it up so I can go either way. So I now need a short connection between the two of us. So trying to get in with carabiners is going to be difficult. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to use my Progress Adjust, although you could use a Greon. You could use the end of the rope and another descender if you want to. And I'm going to pull that to get me nice and close in. So we've now got 2 points on the casualty. The other thing that's done is taken the weight off the casualty's backup. Now I've got to keep his 2 points on the other side, but I can get rid of the casualty's 2 points on my side. So the backup can come off. Clear the casualty's hand descender away. Now I need to gain a bit of height to take this crawl off, if I want the option of going either way. I could just lower off that way and do a normal crawl rescue, but I tend to get the crawl now anyway. So I could build the same haul system that you use to climb out of the loop. What I'm going to do though is, just because it's a short distance, I'm going to climb using my descender. Same as you would do if you're on your own, but just a bit more effort on the leg. And that's now come up enough that I can remove the casualty's crawl. And now we can decide to either lower off on the casualty's equipment and come this way, or I could lower off on my equipment and go the other direction. If I did go that way, because I've gone into his waist, everything's going to be loaded in an acceptable way. If I'd gone into his chest, he would be left hanging off his descender, I'd be hanging on his chest, and that's not going to be good. Okay, so I'm going to go this way, so I'm just going to lower off, just check the backup's not locked. Again, I'm not going to bother with friction here because there's not a huge amount of weight on it. I'll lower across until I'm all the way over. I can strip out the casualty's gear. I could try and pick him up Make them more comfortable at this point. And it's then just a case of putting the friction carabiner on for coming through. So I'll clear those bolts out of the way. Friction carabiner on. Down we go.